Hi everyone, it's Nikita here from Aussie Mama Reviews, and today I'm bringing you my review of the Britax Parent Caddy. So this item is designed to go on your stroller handlebars and mean that your drink bottle, phone, keys, whatever you want to put in here is easily accessible and you don't need to go down to the basket to grab those items. So I purchased my Britax stroller caddy from Big W online because at that point I couldn't find it in store anywhere that was local to me, but I have since found it at Baby Bunting and it retails for about $34.95. When I bought my pram, I found that it did come with a parent caddy that was the same brand designed to fit onto my specific pram, but I found that the features of that parent caddy weren't exactly what I wanted, and I wasn't going to restrict myself on only having the exact brand for the pram that I bought, so I decided to have a bit of a look around and see what other pram caddies were on the market. So I have the Upper Baby Vista pram, just to give you an idea, and I use the main seat with the upper adapters, so I've lifted the seat up so that my baby sits closer to me, and that's how I configure my pram. So the Britax Parent Caddy is really great. I did do a little bit of looking around when I had bought my pram, and I found that this one really ticked all the boxes for me, and yeah, it was fantastic. So I just wanted to share with you guys what I love about this Parent Caddy, and also some of the things that I look for when I was purchasing it. So first of all, I'll give you a quick overview of the caddy. It has two Velcro straps on either side, so that loops over your pram handlebar and seals shut like that. It has two insulated cup holders on either side. These are really good. I've been able to fit a large Boost juice, a large coffee, a fairly large drink bottle in there. It is a circular shape, but it is quite flexible at the top, so you can fit a decent size in there. It also has a magnetic closured pocket in the centre. It does look quite small from the size of the opening, but it does actually fan out at the bottom to meet the drink bottle pockets there. So it is really good. I could fit quite a lot in there. I often left my sunnies in there because I take the pram out a lot when we were walking, so to keep them in there was great. Spare dummy, tissues, wipes, that kind of thing. I did find that my iPhone 7 Plus did have a bit of trouble fitting in there if I had other things in. It needed to sit on an angle in the pram caddy to actually be able to close the lid and to keep it a little bit more private. But I did like that this does shut so that I could keep my keys in there and not worry about them being on display all the time. The other thing that this caddy has is it has three pockets along the front. I did find that my phone would easily slide into that front pocket if I was going to use it a fair bit. And then on the sides, I like that it was mesh because I could keep things like my library card, lip gloss, that kind of thing in there and know what was in that pocket and things that I wasn't afraid for other people to see, like my library card. So having those pockets along the front was really handy, good to keep things a bit separate, especially if you didn't want them to disappear in that inside pocket. Yeah, it's really good. So the other thing that really drew me to this parent caddy, well and above the other ones that I had seen on the market, was the structure that it has. It has a nice firm ring at the top. It actually has metal in there that's quite sturdy. And the idea of that is that it keeps your bottle pockets nice and formed. So that metal is going to keep it nice and sturdy. So if you do put a smoothie cup in there and you're worried about this moving around while you're walking around, that metal is going to stop that from happening. I'm really lucky I didn't have any leaks of any cups like that, and I love a good Boost juice or a smoothie. So yeah, I found that that wasn't a problem at all. The other thing is that these Velcro attachment straps are nice and wide, so it really held the caddy nice and stable on your pram. Even if you were going over bumps and curbs and things like that, I found it worked really well. The other thing that they've thought about with this caddy is that it's structured along the top, but it's not so structured along the sides. So when you fold your pram up, if you've got nothing in here, it will actually collapse down with your pram as it's folded. So you don't have to worry too much about how it's going to fit your pram in that sense. It will just compact down and that should be able to fit on the handlebars, even if it's pushed up against the wheels or something like that. So really good. I've been using this for about 11 months now and I have really liked it. There are just a few things that do bug me a little bit and I'll go into that now, so you can be mindful of that if you decide to purchase this pram caddy for yourself. So first of all, the way that this attaches to the pram, it is really good because it gives it the stability, but I do find, because with my Upper Baby Vista, I use the upper adapters to lift the toddler seat up higher, so that Sadie's closer to me and we can interact and that kind of thing. It's also much easier to put her in the seat and take her out because I am so tall. So because of that, the footwell of the toddler seat is a lot higher up. So if I have this on the handlebars, I have to have it almost right at the top where the handlebars curve over for it to not get in the way of the seat. So that is a little bit frustrating because it means that I'm quite restricted on the bars to where I can actually hold my hands. I can't kind of put it on the corners. I'm really holding on in the center of the handlebars. I'll pop a clip in a sec to show you how it looks like on my pram and how I work it with the seat, but that's just one thing that I found was a little bit inconvenient, especially when she would fall asleep in the pram. I would find that I'd have her sitting fairly upright in the pram, and because her legs are still not touching the end of the footwell, I'd lift the foot part of the pram up so it was straight, so her legs could be straight. So as I would recline the seat, if she were to fall asleep, that leg rest would come up as well. And then basically I'd have this on the pram and that leg part would hit in here and it would push it off center a little bit. And that was tricky if I had, you know, things that were sticking out the top like a drink bottle or a cup or something like that. So I did find that that was a little bit annoying, but mainly that was when I had the toddler seat up on those adapters. So if you were using a pram that had a big gap between the handlebars and the seat, wouldn't be so much of an issue. The other thing that I did find a bit frustrating about this parent caddy was when I folded my pram. So really great if there was nothing in there, it would fold down. It would pretty well fit between the two front wheels of my pram. The Upper Baby Vista folds where the front wheels kind of come under the back wheels, and so the handlebar would be sitting on the top and this parent caddy would sit still on the handlebars and the wheels would be either side. So that worked really well, except when I had things in here. If, say, I left my drink bottle in there because I was going to be going out again shortly after and I didn't want to take my drink bottle out, it would kind of push the parent caddy on the side and potentially things would fall out. So I have gone out, got the pram out of the car, thinking I've got a dummy or a dummy clip or something like that in there, but because this has been tipped up and as I've been driving around, it's fallen out. And so that I did find that a little bit annoying, but I think that's mainly when the only time I found that happen is when there's been things in the parent caddy. So that's just a thing to keep in mind if you've bought this, to maybe you found the same things have fallen out and you're not sure why. I'd say that that is why. Definitely when you purchase a parent caddy, fold your pram with the parent caddy on. See what it looks like when it is folded. Make sure that this is still fits well. It's not going to get torn by pressure being put on the edges, especially if you've got a thinner strap. I've seen quite a few that get torn off because of the pressure when they're folded. And maybe even load it up with some of the things that you think you might want to have in there and see if that works for you. Some people don't find that they need to put a lot of stuff in, and then maybe a cup holder that just attaches to your pram is more convenient for you. But I have loved this, definitely one of my best purchases to go with my pram. I use it constantly. So I hope that this review has helped you, give you a bit more of an insight onto the Britax Stroller Caddy. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on our new Facebook page at Aussie Mama Reviews, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.